guys, it's Robin Tamagni, your independent Scentsy director. Basically, that just means that I love Scentsy a whole bunch, and I am taking this opportunity and running with it. I just want to say hi to y'all. So that's who I am. I'm Robin Tamagni, and I wanted to share with you because I told my friends I would how I earned 12,000, okay, PRV. That's like almost dollars, okay, like almost equates to like $12,000. Actually, it's like more than $12,000 in 14 freaking days, okay? And before I go into that, let me just share a few things about me. So I'm Robin Tamagni. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, go Steelers, but right now I'm living in Virginia, and I've been in Virginia for the last 10 years. I'm a teacher. I teach high school students science, which I love teaching, so you know me from teaching and working in the school, then hi to y'all. But I'm a teacher, and I joined Scentsy back in 2020. 2020 was the year of COVID crazy, and I decided on my birthday, since I was kind of a long-term Scentsy fan, that I just wanted the scent testers. I decided I was going to purchase the scent testers online, and then I got some advice on how to kind of do this thing, and well, here we are 2 years, almost 3 years later as a Scentsy director. So I've seen a lot of kind of fun success with this business, and it's so much fun, something that I've been happy that I decided to do for myself. Like, there's so many reasons why Scentsy has like truly blessed me, but that's a whole different story for another day. If you want to go read more on that, go watch more on that. Go watch my my story, my video. And then you can even connect with me on Facebook. You just type in my name, add me as a friend. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. It's star_city_mama, M-A-M-A. Go follow me. And you can kind of learn more about who I am as a person. But back to the show. How in the heck did you manage to sell over $12,000 worth of Scentsy in 14 days? All right, so I have some notes here because it was a process, and it was a fun process, and it's something that I had to literally think about and say, how did I do that? Like, how in the heck did I do that? So it kind of came down to, so if you see me looking down, it's my notes. It kind of came down to four words, and then I'll explain like the actual how, like the actual actionable steps I took. First, relationships, like relationships with my friends, relationships with my customers, like true, authentic relationships I've been building for the last 2.5 years that I've been doing this, like real friendships, okay? Vulnerability, authenticity, so that goes kind of along with me building friendships with people, and then communication, okay? Like communication and how I communicated this past month in January, because right now we're in February, how I communicated changed a little, and I think it was the game changer. I truly do. So here's like the story. At the very beginning of January, was about 12,000 or so points away from earning the level 3 incentive trip from Scentsy, okay, which means I had about 12,000 points to go. And the beginning of January, after Christmas, I knew January is usually, if we talk the business side of things, y'all know it's slower. Like January, February is right after Christmas. Like, duh, that makes sense. So I don't want to say I counted myself out, but I was like, it's going to be hard. How in the heck are you going to do that? Like, I'm happy. I earned level 2. I knew it was going to be tough. But then we got to around like the 7th or 8th of the month, and I had a party booked, and I was like, okay, this could go good. And it started going well, and I realized around the 8th of the month, 8th of January, I looked at the little tracker thing that Scentsy has for the incentive, and it was like that far. And I was like, Robin Tamagni, you did not get this close to be that freaking far, pardon me, okay, like that far away from getting this incentive. And so I had a mindset shift of where I'm like, did you just work your butt off for 6 months to only get level 2? And so it came internally to me. I'm like, heck no. And I would be mad at myself. I'd be more mad at myself if I didn't try for this than if I did and I didn't make it. Because like, am I going to go on an incentive trip by myself? Probably not. That's not me. So if I'm going to go on this, which I have worked my butt off to go on this, I want someone to come with me. So it was like that moment, I'm like, mindset shift. If you believe you can, then you can. If you believe you can't, well, then you really can't. So it's literally all in your mind. So keep that in mind. Okay, now to the logistics. I changed my mindset. I said, no, I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm going to figure it out. So I had one friend's party, okay, and it was happening. I did some really good hostess coaching and found kind of a new fun technique on how to do like an online Facebook party for people who are distant. If you need info on that, you should go through my channel and like go find it in my tips. And then I found another friend who was willing to do a party online, and I'm like, yeah, this will be another really good person to kind of connect with. How do you get these people to? You ask them. Okay, like you continuously share the benefit of doing a Facebook party or a whatever party, a home party, share the benefits of it, and then people will start catching on to these benefits. And so when you ask, it'll be like, oh yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, because like you're teaching them what the benefit is. So I had 2 parties happening, and then I had one more party. I was like, okay, 3 parties at the same time. That's a lot of parties. Plus, I work full time. I have 2 children, like under the age of 5. So it's a lot, but I'm like, all right, well, this is cool. I got 3 parties plus my personal group of people. And then I also had, okay, so I'm going to keep going here. I also had a friend who's like, can I do a party in February? Like they asked me to do this. I said, sure. But I realized going after this goal that if I was going to get 12,000 PRV in 14 days, that I needed to have as many parties as possible. Because do parties always work? No. Do they flop sometimes? Yes. And so I was not about to go put all my eggs in 3 baskets of these 3 parties. So I had my friend Julie's party, my friend Laura's party, and my friend Jessica's party, and then my friend Missy's party. 4 parties happening at the same time. Did I slightly want to lose my mind? Yes, but I didn't. Okay, I stayed as organized as I could, and I did the thing. All the while, I'm like coaching my hostess and telling them like, here's what works. Like this will work, okay? And it doesn't always work, but like you can coach them and tell them like what type of things they need to do to make this successful. So anyway, I got 4 people's parties happening at the same time, plus my own like VIP group of customers. And so I decided, okay, I need something for my customers, because we didn't know the flash sale was coming yet. I need something for my customers to get them like excited about the bring back my bars, because that was January. So I decided I was going to do 10 bars for what, that kind of deal. Go in some of the Scentsy groups and like type that in and you can figure out what the deal is. But like 10 bars for what? And I was going for the biggest amount, because I got to go big or go home at this point. Like no piddly 200 PRV is going to do anything for me. I need big. All right, so I went for the maximum amount, and I think it was like 15 people to make the deal work. And so I put it out there. I messaged certain people that I knew would like certain bars. And I was like, hey, I have this deal going. And because I've built friendships with these people, it's not weird. And it was kind of cool. So I messaged all these people and I kind of offered them the deal. I told my mom about it. I was like, hey, is there anybody in Pennsylvania that you think could want to do this? So she asked around for some of her friends, and basically we found 15 people, all right, which got me a large chunk of PRV. And it was a heck of a deal for them. So it was like a win-win. Then after that, so remind you, I got 4 parties going. I did a 10 bar for what deal, and it worked. These parties are going okay at this point. But then Scentsy unleashes the beast of this flash sale that's happening in a day or 2. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be good. I could do this. I could legit do this. And so in my mind, I'm like, flash sale means really good prices. These people who are in these parties probably want really good prices, because I know my personal customers that I tell flash sales about always want good deals. And so this could be it. This could be a good thing, like a really good thing. So of course I'm sharing about it all in those parties. I'm going live. I went live in them. I was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to tell you about what's happening. Who needs a text reminder? Who wants a this? Who wants a that? And a lot of people did. So I kept a list of all these people and got their phone number. So I'm communicating this everywhere. And then I knew one of the problems I have in my Scentsy business was being able to keep in touch with as many customers that I've ever had in my 2.5 years of doing this. Like, that was a problem. And it's something I've been meaning to figure out. Like, how do I continue communicating with all these people, especially if they don't have like Facebook, which is where a lot of my business kind of comes from. And so I took matters into my own hand and I did two things. This is where the communication comes in. One, I decided to utilize the dashboard on Workstation and send out an email to every customer that has ever given their email in Scentsy. And I typed up a personalized email, like it came from me, not just some like spammy thing. And I put a picture of me, and I also put a picture of like my family, and I put a picture of why I was going to go and do this goal. I communicated via email why I wanted to earn 12,000 PRV in 14 days. And that was so that I could bring my best friend with me to Cabo, Mexico. Fingers crossed I get to go to Cabo, okay? Because we get to pick and all these things. But that was my why. So I communicated my why. I was incredibly vulnerable with these people in an email. Now, I know people don't always check their email, but that's the first time I really ever utilized email in the Workstation. So that was like a game changer. I also realized people don't always check their email. And so I'm like, I need a better way to communicate to these people of mine, 300, 400 customers, whatever I have, that this flash sale is about to happen. Because if I can get more eyes on it, that's going to work. Because if I only have 10 eyes on it, 15, 20 eyes on like this happening just from following along on Facebook, it ain't going to happen. So I chose to go with a mass communication system. It's called Visily. I don't pretend to be some Visily expert yet, okay? But I paid for the subscription. It was like $10, I think. I don't know. And I played with it enough to figure out how I can upload phone numbers from Workstation to an Excel document, then upload those into Visily, and then type out a message that would become a text from a number that's like my business number, and send it to everybody that has ever purchased Scentsy from me. Now, that sounds spammy because not everybody wants a text, but I was not being spammy because number one, I have built friendships with these people. Okay, true story, out of the 300 some people that I messaged this text to, only one person told me, please don't message me. And I'm like, okay with that. I have thick skin. I don't care. Like, it's okay. One person. All right. So even though I was like nervous, I was like, it's fine. And in this text, what I sent was a few flyers of what the deals are. I typed up a, hey, I just want to let you know this flash sale is happening. Here's a link. It's on this day at this time. Set your alarm. And I included a picture of me and my best friend and the why. I included the why we're doing this, because we're both teachers. We would love nothing more than right after school is out to go on this vacation, and we just really, really, really wanted to go. And it meant something to us. To me, it meant something to me to be able to bring her with me. So we communicated that via text and with a picture of us to say, hey, if you're interested in helping, please, we would love that. It would mean a lot to us. So I was vulnerable and I built relationships with these people. Let me see what else we did. Okay, so then I'm communicating in those 4 parties, flash sale happening. The day of the flash sale, not only did I have a text list of people from these parties that gave me their phone number, but I texted them with a reminder link with the corresponding party link for that person so they'd get the rewards. But I also sent another mass text in Visily to all of these customers one more time, reminding them, hey, 11 o'clock, whatever time it was, this is happening, blah, 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 a new picture of my friend and I, thank you, I appreciate your support. And again, nobody got mad at me, nobody hates me, nobody will never talk to me again because I sent a large text message out, okay? As a matter of fact, in that flash sale, let me just tell you this. I had the most insane flash sale ever. I had over 70 orders in the flash sale, okay? Between the 4 parties happening, and between me mass texting my friends, my people, anybody who's ever done this, between that and that, holy crap, okay? 70 orders. And that got us insanely close to the goal. And I was mind blown. I'm like, oh my God, 70 people are wanting to support this. And it's so cool. And it was small orders, big orders, all the things. So at this point, my friend and I decided, you know what, let's get on our social media and just share the story, share the why. So again, I'm being incredibly vulnerable here. I'm not like begging people to like help us, but I'm also just giving them the why, the reality, like the look how dang close we are, right? And so we took a picture. I wonder if I have, no, I don't have it anymore. We took a picture and we wrote on the top, this much PRV, 12,000 PRV, this many days. And every order that we got, every order, 70 orders, we eliminated minus 10, minus $50, minus $20, minus whatever. And we just continued and go draw a line and be like, okay, now we're at 4,000 PRV left, or 4,000 points. Line. We went and we just did the whole thing to show we started here today. Here's where we're at. We are going for it, right? We kind of rallied. We kind of set up a rally, hashtag Get Megan to Cabo rally on our Facebook feeds. And I cannot tell you, and I'm blessed, like I could cry from this. So my customers, if you're watching, like I'm blessed to know that like, that we have real friendships, you know, and like that Scentsy has brought me real friendships and people, not just my immediate family or fan club, right? Your family fan club, truly support you if you just kind of be real with them and authentic with them and yourself. And like we had this kind of countdown of how many points to Cabo, and we're at school and our teachers, like fellow teachers who are walking around, ask us, hey, did you get to Cabo yet? Did you get to Cabo? They're like rooting for us. And I'm like, y'all are like, it became a big fun thing. Like, are you there yet? Did you get it yet? Did you get it? And it's just from putting it out there, you're always going to have, if you would have told me that I'd done this like 3 years ago, I'd said no. You're always going to have people who, how do I say this? There's this voice in a lot of people's head that says people are judging you and making fun of you and doing all this stuff. But you know what? Those people are always going to exist. But even better, like there's more people in this world that want to see you do something awesome. Especially if you like are friends with them and have good friendships, and if you don't, then those people aren't for you. Those people are not for you. Get them out of your life. All right. So anyways, we have this countdown going. Okay. And every morning we would like update the countdown and take a new picture, even if it was like $10 less than before. That's what we did. So at this point, we're like $2,000 PRV away from earning this trip. And we had like, I don't know how many days left, maybe like 7 or 8 days. So I needed another plan. I'm like, I know I can do 2,000 PRV in like a week. I mean, it's going to be hard, but I knew what I needed to do. I needed more customers. I needed new people, and I needed deals. And I just had a deal. I'm like, how am I going to beat a flash sale, right? When all these people just ordered. So I said, I need new people. So what I did was I had asked a friend who'd been asking me about like our status. And I straight up asked her, I was like, girl, I need your help. I said, I need you to do a party for me, an online party. And I promise it's going to be easy and it's going to be fun and you're going to get all kinds of fun stuff. And I need you to just kind of like follow my lead with it. What do you think? She's like, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I got you. Let's go. How many points we need? She's like, all for it. And so you know who you are and I love you. So if you're watching this, thank you. And so I gave her some coaching on how to do this, and she brought 1,000 PRV to me in the matter of a few days. Okay. Like that party, 1,000 PRV, girl, if you know who you are, which you are watching, you need to be doing this. Okay. If you can get 1,000 PRV in 3-4 days, there's no doubt in my mind you'd be phenomenal at this. But anyway, you know who you are. So that happened, okay? So I have all these brand new customers. I think I made like, 30 new customers in the matter of 2 weeks. Wild, okay? Which is amazing. And then I'm like, all right, well, I got 1,000 PRV left. I need something big. And again, I'm keeping track of all these points that I'm eliminating, and we're getting down to like the 1,000 mark. So people are like all going crazy, like, are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? So I decided to go for a cleaning caddy. And so one of my friends made these really, really, really super cute cleaning caddies with fun little extras and all the things. And I'm like, that's good. So I asked her if I could use like her idea, and I did. And I told my people on my own personal social media, I'm like, look, I I got 20 of these available. Who wants some? 20 bucks, 25, $30. I don't know what it was, but I needed to get a large chunk of PRV from it. And so I shared. I had a few other people share. I reminded my friends. I said, hey, I know you can't purchase now, but can you share? So we had all these people sharing all the things because I built relationships with these people, my friends. These are my friends of mine, my supporters, and they know that this means something to me. You know, you build good relationships with people. What goes around will come around in good ways too. It's good karma, you know? And so people are sharing, and I did it. I sold, I think, 20 of these cleaning caddies, which just blew my mind because I'm like, these people just bought from the flash sale and they still want to see. They're like, hashtag are we getting Megan to Cabo, and we're getting there. So then I had a small chunk of PRV left at this point, okay? And I bust out probably about 4 days before the month was over. I was like, all right, final stop here. Let's do a car bar deal because it's like the same kind of thing. 10 wax bars for what? 10 car bars for what? And my goal was like 7 or 8 people, I think, as opposed to 15. I'm like, come on, girl, you can do this. And so I went out on a limb. I went live on Facebook and I'm like, look, I got this really awesome deal. So, you know, who wants to take part in it? Anybody, da-da-da-da. We're this close and yada, yada. And so I made it and I did it. And that was like the game-changing moment. And I'm like, Megan, who's my bestie, I'm like, we're 2 car bar sets away from Cabo. She's like, no way, I'll buy one. I'm like, no, you're not buying one because we're going to get this for real. We're not going to go like, you know, us buy it. We're going to get this. So I don't know. That's like a whole lump sum of all kinds of stuff. But what it came down to and how I did this was incredibly hard work. Like, I'm not saying this is easy, but like you actually have to put effort into something like this. But the effort that you put into this usually gets paid off, right? You're usually compensated for your efforts. Not always, but usually. Came down to relationships that I have been building for the last 2.5 years. So if you are lacking in that department in your business, you need to like make that a priority. Be a good friend to make a good friend. And be real. Vulnerability, like not being afraid what people think, being vulnerable, putting your goals out there, telling your people why, being authentically, this goes on to point 3, authentically you, who you are, and being real, like just be real with people. People want, the right people want to see you succeed. And if they don't want to see you succeed, those are the wrong people. And those people who are, that you think are judging you and whatever, first of all, they don't pay your bills. Second of all, they're probably judging you over something else anyways, and they don't deserve a minute of your time, okay? And number 4, communication. How I changed the way I communicate as opposed to just containing my communication to the however many people follow along on my VIP group. If I just went with that number, then I'm like eliminating this large number of people because not everybody is on Facebook. So my advice to you is think about how you can expand your network. How can you expand communication with people you know love this stuff, but aren't necessarily in the one single avenue of how you're communicating it all the time. Don't just get stuck on Facebook. There are Instagram stories, there is YouTube, there is ways to text people, there's email. Like, don't get stuck in one lane. Widen your lane. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's how I did it. And I'm still sitting here like, holy cow, I did that. But I did. And you know what? Like, I did that. And if I can do this, you can do this. Am I going to do that every single month at that magnitude while I work a full-time job and like care for my children? I don't know. It would be awesome if I could. Now, if I did this full-time, oh yeah, 100%, I'd figure this out, how to do it like that. But y'all who do have the time and the energy and the ability, you need to go do this. Take something from this and go implement it in your business. Because if I can do this, you can do this. Anyways, I'm signing off, and I hope that was helpful. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Bye.